It's really interesting seeing these brain dead takes from Pretendos. Nintendo is putting remakes at a full $60, putting them up next to full new releases. That means that the remake should be cheaper. Okay, but Tears of the Kingdom launched at 70. Like that's all they're gonna do is just raise the price of the newer games more, right? Like, it's like you didn't think this argument through, genius. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, the remake should be cheaper. Yeah, they are. Like, what? Like, how brain dead are you? Just how out of line are you? Like, how can you not realize where the industry is headed? Okay, like how can you not understand that these Nintendo remakes are highly successful, more affordable than other games, and are better to boot? Like, how can you not accept that? Like, how can you seriously pretend that like, oh, Luigi's Mansion 2, it's a disappointing release because they didn't add enough for the money. They upped the visuals and released the game on Switch. That's all they needed to do. Like, you can sit there all you want. Like, I'm a Nintendo YouTuber. I think these prices are outrageous. Well, good. Don't buy them then. That's all you have to do. The fact that you just sit there and cry about the price point of these games is really a testament to just how entitled you are. Nintendo should be giving me that game for free. Actually, they are giving it to me for free because I can just pirate it on my emulator. I'll never give Nintendo another dime. Yeah, and then they'll stop producing the things that you enjoy. Like, again, I don't understand why these people are so delusional and are so intent on trying to convince themselves that there's some discerning consumers that have like some high standards. If you had high standards, you wouldn't be playing PlayStation, Xbox, or PC at all. Like if you had high standards, you would have already owned these games years ago and wouldn't have needed to buy the new releases on Switch, right? If you're really that upset about the price point, you can just not buy it. This is a complete non-issue. It really is, always has been, always will be, and yet you are constantly seeing people cry about it because when you get right down to it, there really isn't anything else to complain about when it comes to Nintendo consoles, right? When you really just look at the nitty-gritty, when you look at the release schedule, when you look at the hardware, like, it's simply better than what's available on every other platform combined. PC, mobile, the inferior gaming consoles, Xbox and PC, PlayStation. Like, how exactly is any of that meant to compete with Switch? And no, like, oh, I'm just going to pirate the games. That's not how this works, right? Like, that is not going to lead to better games being made, and it is unreasonable. And honestly, you should be put into prison and put on death row for that, honestly. You are an appalling human being who has been doing everything he possibly can to just keep the discussion towards Nintendo negative. When there's nothing bad to talk about, you just make something up. And the price point thing is a really good example of that in my mind. Like the complaints about Luigi's Mansion 2 and Donkey Kong Country Returns, like they really need to stop. You are embarrassing yourselves.